Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So listen, I had a download, and it is a phrase that says a mistake can be forgiven, but it's not about a mistake. What you call a mistake, just show me who you are. So this is the download that I had. So somebody might have done something and try to present it like, no, but it's just a mistake. Why can't you be forgiving? And you might be somebody very, very much forgiving, except that what they did was not a mistake. It showed truly who they are. And this is why it's not about forgiving. It's about I don't want to deal with someone who is able to do what you did. It showed me who you are, right? So, this is what we are talking about. Just a reminder, this is a collective read, so it might be for you, partly for you, not be for you. You are already supposed to know what I'm talking about. I'm just here to give you a little bit more information, insights, confirmation. Just don't take on you a story that is not yours, right? If I'm talking about masculines or feminine, I'm not especially talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So apply it however it applies in your story, and also this can be past, present, or future. So let's see what are the cards coming out. Okay, so we have here somebody who is desperate because you closed a door. We will see why they are desperate because of that. Yeah, they are saying that it was just the wrong time. I did what I did just because it was the wrong time. Yeah, they're trying to misread signs. I didn't understand something. This is why I did what I did. I kind of feel that we are dealing here with someone trying to find every excuse not to see truly who they are. Challenges in reverse. Okay, so this is truly telling me, they are just trying to find excuses. This is what it is, right? They are trying to find any explanation possible, but to see the truth about themselves. Kind of feel the victim, the victim's mentality. No, it's not me. It is because this person said that this was happening in my life. I had no other choice. Like, all those kind of things. What did I just say? What did I just say? Victim's mentality. Yeah, this is what we are dealing with here. Somebody who doesn't take accountability, they don't take responsibility, and so nothing ever change. This is the issue, right? With somebody who is always trying to find excuses, they don't change, they don't evolve, they don't heal, because they refuse to look at themselves. They are just trying to find excuses. This is exactly what I'm feeling here. This is what we are dealing with, but they are desperate, so I want to see what it means, because when people are desperate, they can do all kind of things, right? Yeah, lots of excuses. What can I tell you? This is what I see here. For you, the door is totally closed. You might hear my cat. I don't know what's going on. She's talking a lot, but I think that the neighbors up are also talking. So maybe she's talking to the neighbors. So the door is totally closed for you, right? Totally closed. So what I also feel is that they are trying to make up excuses to explain what they did, but the door is closed. So they are talking to themselves, in fact. This is what they are doing. They are trying to justify to themselves why they did what they did, right? Instead of truly questioning themselves, because saying it was the wrong time, oh, I misread the signs. Yeah, you misread the sign, but why did you misread the signs? This is truly what will give you the answers. Why did you misread the signs? There is something interesting. Wrong time, bullshit. Bullshit. This is like the lamest excuse possible. There is no excuse here. They were challenged, it is in reverse. We know that, no. There are challenges all the time, and the way that you are dealing with the challenges is telling me who you are. This is the whole thing. Life is not, like a peaceful lullabies and rainbows. No. But what are you doing when you are facing challenges? Right? So, let's see. What more should we know about this? Let's see. What should the collective be aware of in this situation? Emotional manipulation. Holding on. Emotional manipulation. Yeah, they're trying, listen. They're trying to find ways to justify something that cannot be justified and that you see through it. No question. No question. Because they are holding on here. They don't want to release. So they are trying to find a way to emotionally manipulate you. And I kind of feel, to be very honest, someone who is stuck in victim's mentality, they are also emotionally manipulating themselves. They are gaslighting themselves. They are lying to themselves. They are trying to find outside reasons for their inner actions. It doesn't work this way. You misread signs. Okay, this is something external, but there is a connection with the outside. Why did you misread the signs? Why? Let's see, what else should the collective know here? Yeah, it seems like there is some kind of dependence here. They are dependent on you for something. This is why they are holding on. There is something here that they need from you. So this is why they are desperate. What? What is it? Let's see what's here. We have the whole deck. What is it? What do they need? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more here. I'm asking Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Comes out Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is their wound. They are somebody who is trauma bonding with people. They are someone who needs other people. They cannot manage themselves. This is crazy. I have the Six of Swords here under the deck. I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone. Some people, what they are doing, they don't take any decision. Why? Because if you don't take a decision and whatever you are doing, you are asking to someone else, it is a way not to take responsibility and accountability. Because if you don't decide, you didn't take the decision, you just listen to somebody else, then if things turn wrong, it's not on you. It is. Between us, it is. Because you are supposed to take your decisions. And you don't want to take your decisions because you don't want to take responsibility and accountability. You don't want to grow. You are not learning your lessons. And so you are just using other people in order to be able to blame them if something turns wrong. And this is kind of what I feel here. We are with someone as soon as there is some kind of challenge coming up in their life, whatever it may be, they are not taking the decisions. But I kind of feel more than that, right? Because we are talking here about someone who is in a victim's mentality. So even when they have some kind of issue, right, they are asking for advice. This is what they are doing. Because they don't want to carry the burden, so they are asking for advice, right? So they can put the burden on someone else if anything turns out wrong. But also, when they are asking for advice, they are not telling the real stories. They are not coming with the real problem. They are painting the problem in a very wrong light. How do I know that? Because we are with someone here in victim's mentality. So they already place themselves in a kind of a role. And we have the misread signs here. What does it mean? That when they will talk about an issue that they have, the whole story is false. You know, it's like somebody that will tell you the movie, but instead of really getting into the movie, they will just come from their own point of view and their perspective, describing just one part of the movie. You understand what I mean? It's like you don't even give the truth. Because you don't see the truth, you don't want to see the truth, you are looking through a very limited lens on purpose. And all of that, all what you're doing, it is just because you don't want to deal with difficult situations. We are talking here with somebody who's very emotionally mature. It is somebody who didn't grow up. It is someone that always is putting the responsibility of everything on anyone. I kind of feel also that it is someone who will blame others for anything and everything. They are never at fault. It's not me. It's not me. This is what we are dealing with here. Someone unable to take responsibility and accountability. They want to be dependent. This is somebody who didn't grow up. Tell me more here, please. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they might feel now that like they blocked an opportunity for themselves. They did something that they cannot take back. They blocked themselves, in fact, by doing what they did. Going back to the phrase that I said in the beginning. Honestly speaking, here I read this Three of Swords as someone who is totally disconnecting from their heart space. The Three of Swords in reverse, usually we are talking about healing. But here I truly feel that this person is just acting from a childhood wound. They are trying to protect their heart space. So the same way as they are going to any person that they can in order to tell them what to do, they are, it's kind of if, I don't want to say they don't have a choice, because they have a choice, but they are so disconnected from their own heart space that they have no understanding, awareness, self-awareness, intuition. In order to have intuition, first of all, you need to make a lot of mistakes. You have to listen to yourself, make mistakes, because this will allow you to better know your intuition, right? It's by listening to yourself, following your intuition. This is how you fine-tune your own intuition. Here, we have someone totally disconnected, and also in order to be able to be connected to your intuition, you need to be connected to your heart space, to your feelings. You need to be able to feel yourself. Here we are talking about someone who is totally disconnected of themselves. Totally disconnected. Not only in the choices that they make, in everything. They don't even know what they feel. They have no idea about what they feel. This is the level of disconnection that we have, and I'm attracted to this misread sign. Of course that you misread the signs. Tell me more here, please. Seven of Wands in reverse. A lot of things are coming to me. First of all, they cannot defend what they did. They know it. It might also mean that you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. You don't care. They might have tried to attack you, and you just, you know, you didn't even try to defend yourself, because you lost interest. I'm going back to the phrase that I said in the beginning. It's not the mistake. It's what the mistake is revealing about who you are. Somebody did something deliberately. They made a choice. And even if this choice is just asking to someone else, painting a very wrong story, right? But even if they painted the right story, but they are asking to someone else, and they're like, what are you, a sheep? Like, you have no identity, you have no personality, if as an adult you cannot take the decisions for yourself. So even being in connection with you, it's not being in connection with you, because you are a ghost. There is nothing. You don't even know what you think. You don't know. Your words has no value. Nothing. Zero. Right? There's nothing there. It's a dangerous person. A person who will listen to anyone but themselves. You are not dealing with an identity. You are dealing with someone who's totally disconnected from themselves, from their soul, from anything. Like, it's a copy-paste of all the people around them. And even not that. Because I guess that, you know, they pick and choose according to what they want to hear. Sorry. If the camera moved, I was passionate, and so I just touched the mic. So let's see. We have a player here. We have someone who will use words just to serve some kind of narrative, totally disconnected from their heart space. Again. We have the cups, it's in reverse. We have the cups, it's in reverse. Yeah, trying to avoid the tower now. They are trying to avoid the tower. I think that they know that you won't receive them with any kind of love. They know that. this might also signify that you have been betrayed over and over again and that you needed to heal from this situation. And if this is what this card is meaning here, it means that you healed. And maybe because you healed, you also you don't want to have anything to do with this person. As said, it is not the mistake that they did. It is what it reveals about who they are. You see very clearly who they are. An emotional manipulator. Someone who is, I kind of feel the energy vampire here. Somebody who is totally dependent on others. I truly feel, you know, a ghost of a human being. A ghost of a human being, and it means that this ghost of a human being might be fed by people who are trying to use them for their own benefit, use them in order to get to other people, all those kind of things. Yeah, you avoided the tower here. You truly avoided the tower here. Because you could see that they were trying to play with you, that there was no feelings, no emotion, everything was fake. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, a manipulator, listen. A manipulator, someone who, this, you know what, this magician in reverse, this truly symbolizes someone who is not in touch with themselves, because the magician here, they have all their abilities and they can choose whatever they want here. It's all in front of them. They are in total control. They have infinite possibilities because they are totally able to use whatever they need. But here it's not the case. Everything is manipulation. They don't know how to use their own abilities and assets. So they manipulate. Everything is about manipulation. Tell me more here, please. Three of Cups in reverse. Gossip. Third parties. And when we are talking about third parties, we might not be talking here about a romantic relationship. And even if it is a romantic relationship, a third party can simply be a friend that will give you the worst advice possible. You know, like, what's his name? The alpha man there. That went to prison, you know, for... I don't remember his name. I think that you know who I'm talking about. This person might be an alpha male, a third party in the life of all those men that this person is guiding them in order to tell them how to be in a relationship. This is a third party too, because they get into the mind of those men and taking control over them and telling them how they need to treat their woman, their relationship. So this might also be a third party. And I kind of feel here, considering that we are talking about someone who tends to go and ask to everyone and anyone what to do, what in fact you are dealing with, it's even not this person. It is their environment. This is what you are dealing with. And because they are absolutely not intuitive, they have no opinion about them, no opinion, like they are not intuitive, right? So, who are the people that they are asking for advice? Maybe people that have the worst intentions for them. What should the collective be aware of here? Again, we are talking here about somebody who wants to win at all costs. Okay, so this is telling me that they are desperate and they intend to come back. They intend to come back because they are desperate. First of all, because we are talking here about someone who is dependent. They somehow depend on you and they need to win. And I kind of feel here the way that it came out, why they need to win, because they are afraid of the gossip. They are afraid that people will see them exactly for who they are. Somebody that is a player, a liar, whatever you see, it is fake. They don't want people to see that. I think that they are very, very afraid here of the gossip, and this is why they absolutely they want to have some kind of access to you because they need to deliver some kind of information to try to make you maybe confused. We are here with the emotional manipulator, so maybe to confuse you. But you know, I kind of feel that this person, they won't come by themselves. Or they will learn a whole script, right? But you will say one word and they will lose what they were saying, and then, you know. So either they will prepare a whole dialogue in advance, you know, like a actor will come into the space and you know, be there. But I kind of feel that they know that they cannot do something like that with you. Or I feel that they will try to send someone in order to somehow defend them in a way or another. Because I truly feel here that they are very, very, very afraid of the gossip, of what people might say about them. Tell me more here. What should the collective be aware of? Yeah, they are trying to take themselves out of the cold and out of a miserable place. I kind of feel here also that they thought that whatever they did would put you in this energy of being rejected, being in the cold, being lonely, being desperate, being unable to have some kind of support, truly feeling deeply hurt and fragile, and it didn't work. But here, I feel that they are truly afraid of being rejected. This is truly their biggest fear, because let me remind you that we are talking here with someone who is dependent on other people. They are dependent. And also, they are not just emotionally or financially dependent, they are dependent for any choice that they are making in their life. Everything. It's like if we are talking about an adult that is mentally 2 years old. Tell me more here. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you have put down whatever burden they were trying to put on you. I kind of feel that you might have wanted to help this person. This is what I feel. Until you understood by some kind of action that they were dangerous to you. Because they are a shadow of a human being, because they are a ghost, because everybody can take them on every side. So it's like, you know, the phrase that is coming to me, it is, they sold their soul to the devil. This is what I hear, you know? They are surrounded by people that they cannot scan for who they are. because they misread every possible sign, everything. And so they are just a pawn in somebody else's game. And so you became the pawn of the game. And I think that this is what you saw. And so you just put the burdens down and you said, you know what? I don't need to deal with that. Yeah. The sun, it came out like this. I kind of feel you could realize that you were dealing here with a lot of shadows. A lot of shadows. Kind of also feel that they might be very fearful of what can come out, what can be exposed. And I also feel that you are happy about your decision. You feel lighter, you feel revigorated. Yeah, you are happy about your decision. You feel good about it. Might feel a lot of abundance. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, balanced. You feel balanced. You might have felt when you were in contact with this person, before they did this action where it made it very clear for you who you are dealing with, you might have felt out of balance, confused, maybe even financially out of balance. But I feel that mainly we might be talking about, mentally, emotionally, physically. Yeah, you are much more balanced now. Tell me more here. What should the collective be aware of? Yeah, now you are embodying the leader in you. You are in full control of your life. You see things very, very clearly. You are a leader and you were dealing with someone who is in victim's mentality, that has sold their soul to the devil. So they would just go and do and say whatever their entourage is saying. I kind of feel also that this person, because they are so needy, this is the word, needy, they will obey. I will say obey because we are talking here about someone who, as said, it's a child, right? It is an adult. It might even be an older adult. We might be talking about a parent here, for example. But they are so needy that, in fact, they will approach themselves from the person that feels the more secure to them. And very often those people are narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. They know how to make you feel secure. They know how to make you feel dependent on them. Crooks. They know how to make you feel that you can trust them, because otherwise they cannot crook you, right? So I kind of feel that since you don't have to deal with this person and the whole environment, because this is what it is, you took back the lead of your life and you feel secure, empowered, in control. You might not have felt in control before with this person in your life, because truly you were not in control, because this person has no control. Yeah. Judgment in reverse. I kind of feel that one of those things that they will say, when with the misread signs here, it is that people told them that this or that or that. They will say that they had a very false judgment of you. does it excuse what they did? I don't know your situation. I don't know what they did. For me, very often, it doesn't justify what somebody's doing. Like, there is, it's like, I will take the most basic example, okay? Because I think that you might be cheating, I am cheating. No. If I'm not a cheater, I will not cheat. If I'm not a cheater, then if I think that you are cheating, I will talk with you. I will try to understand what is going on. And if I feel that you are lying to me and gaslighting me, I will end the relationship there. The excuse, I cheated because I thought that you were cheating, it reveals a character, right? It's not an excuse. I don't know if my example is truly, ideal, but this is what came to my mind. So this is what I share with you. Let's take, I think that it will be a last one. Wait, I want to shuffle here for the last one. Closure, please. Oh, we have two closures. Okay, so first of all, the one that turned, it is very interesting. It is the Star in reverse. I'm saying interesting because this is talking about someone who has absolutely no direction. They have no direction. They are unhealed. This is what it is, right? No direction at all. They don't know where they are going. They don't know where they are. They are totally lost, right? And in opposition, we have a Queen of Pentacles, stability. I understand that someone who is embodying here the energy of the Star in reverse wants to be close to a Queen of Pentacles. Why? Because the Queen of Pentacles is very stable. She has direction. She knows how to manage her life. She's very responsible, very logical. So of course that's someone here who is totally lost wants someone that is so clear-minded, so much in alignment, so responsible. Of course. So I kind of feel that this is the reason why also they might want to come back, because they see that you are in alignment. But we are also here with the Pentacles. Their dependence is also in the Pentacles, right? When we are talking about Pentacles, we are talking about something concrete, something that can be seen. It can be money, but it can be many other things. So I kind of feel here also that we are talking about the fact that if they can approach you and be okay with you, when we are talking about reputation, right? Status. There is here something of this element of the Pentacles, money, power, status. And I kind of feel that if they want to somehow save their reputation, because we saw here with the tree, where is it? We had here, the Three of Cups in reverse. They are very much afraid of their reputation. What people will say about them, the gossip. So they think that if you somehow accept them, you can save them from the situation somehow. Because they are totally lost, they have no direction, they don't know what to do, they are desperate. Yeah, this is the situation here. Is there anything more that the collective needs to know? Let's see what I have here. Yeah, I kind of feel that you have a lot of wisdom here. You are very happy. I don't feel that you will sacrifice any of this. With this kind of imbalance, you know that they are not in balance. You absolutely know. We might be talking about a mother here. It doesn't have to be. But we have the Empress in reverse. Someone who is not abundant at all. Their energy is totally... How can I say? I wanted to say that their energy is not inside of themselves. Shattered maybe, something like that. Yeah, they want to approach you. They want to approach you. They want to come towards you slowly. I don't feel with this energy that they will, come to your door. They will try. I told you, I kind of feel that they will try to send someone in. This is what I feel. They are prudent. Yeah, but they don't know how to approach you. They have no idea. But they are thinking about it because they are not releasing. They are not releasing. But they still have no direction. They don't know how to approach you. And I kind of feel that people that might have helped them in the past, they don't want to help them in the past. They don't want to help them anymore. Nobody wants to work with them. Maybe because they see the lies and the manipulations. And I kind of feel that they are totally uninterested from this person because they feel that this person is stuck. The Death card in reverse, this is someone resisting growth, resisting transformation, resisting change. They don't evaluate. They don't. They continue to lie, to manipulate, live in their victim's mentality, being very dishonest, very selfish. Yeah, I kind of feel that people are taking distance of them because they know exactly, they see who they are. They see who they are. I think that I will leave it here. I think that we have kind of a good idea of what's going on here. So, they are desperate. They want to come in. They are trying to find a way to come in. Because they are dependent. They didn't change. They didn't grow. They did not. They did not. They are fearful for their reputation. They are afraid. But I said the first phrase that I said, you saw who they are. And, sometimes people are dangerous because they are an empty shell. And this is what I feel that we are dealing with. It is at the end of the day, when you have just an object, it's like a car. A car is not something bad. It depends who drives it, right? But a car can also be unaliving someone, depending on who drives it. And so I kind of feel that this is the person. It's a shell. It's a shell. And so they are extremely dangerous because everybody can use them in a way or another. And they allow it. It's like open door. I don't want to take the responsibility of what's going on with me and my life. And I kind of feel now that they might have reached a point where they have to take responsibility. This is kind of what I feel here. Yeah, look, I just opened to see the world in reverse. But it's a never-ending cycle. But I kind of feel here, and then we have the card of victory. So there is here something, I kind of feel that this victory, this public recognition, is something that is related to you. But if you are winning, for them, that has kind of treated you in a certain way, because this is what we started with. It's not the mistake that you made, it's what it showed me about you. But they did something unfair, hurtful. You are winning, and they are stuck in the cycle. So I kind of feel now that they have no other choice but to revisit what they did, you know? But, you know, the issue is, it's amazing. I love it. Look what came after that. They don't want to see their own shadows and their own demons. They don't want to. They are trying to avoid it at all cost. Because, as I told you, this is a person that don't want to make any choices because they want to be able to put the responsibility and accountability of whatever is going on in their life on somebody else. They are a victim in anything and everything. And this is how a person stays stuck, but I kind of feel now that, you know, maybe meeting you and whatever they did with you, I kind of feel that they might have no other choice but to confront themselves with this Six of Wands that I saw, like you are winning. So I will leave it here. I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching me. Until very soon. Bye.